then you can follow along at home. So what we're going to start with is the bechamel sauce. So to make the bechamel sauce, you need to saute the onions in the butter, and then after the onions are transparent, you put the flour into the butter, which therefore makes a roux. A roux can be used to thicken sauces and make sauces. So today we're going to make a bechamel, which is basically white sauce. So after you make a roux, you slowly add the milk into the roux. And the ingredients that I have today are bay leaves, nutmeg, butter, onion, and flour. But you have to be very careful when slicing the onion because sometimes it makes you cry like a lot. So today I don't have much time, so I'm just going to get into the baked spinach itself. So to make the baked spinach, you take your spinach and then you take leaves out and pull by the stem like this, and you're going to end up with these little leaves. And if you do that repeatedly, you're going to get more leaves. And then you're going to roll the leaves up into a roll like this. Then the reason why we roll our spinach is because when we cut it, it's going to make it into smaller pieces. So when we cut it, we're going to cut it 4 times diagonally and then horizontally. So right now I'm just going to show you how to cut the roll of spinach. So we cut diagonally and then we cut in half. And I've done this quite a lot of times and ended up with quite a lot of spinach. So what we're going to do is we're going to blanch the spinach in boiling water. So here we go. So be sure to add more spinach than you think, because when the spinach cooks, it shrinks down a lot. So, and we just want to blanch it in the water for about one to 2 minutes, just to make the spinach cook. But be sure not to overcook it, because we're still going to bake it in the oven. Lift it, and this is done, and I'm just going to pour it and strain it into a pan. Next, we're going to put the spinach back in here and then add butter, and then we're going to stir. We're also going to add some onions, and we're going to stir fry this until the spinach is dry. We're also going to add some garlic. Not too much, but I really like garlic, so I'm going to add quite a lot. Now we're just going to stir fry this on low heat for about a minute. And while doing this, I just wanted to tell you that I really like eating baked spinach because it makes you look like you're eating a lot of spinach, but actually you're not. So it's kind of like a compliment to yourself that, oh, I eat vegetables today, but actually not that much. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the bechamel sauce, which will, if you put it in the fridge, it's going to turn into a consistency like a gloopy sauce. But don't worry, when you cook it, it's going to turn into a nice sauce. Put it to about 3 tablespoons of sauce. Then we just want to stir fry this until the sauce gets incorporated into the spinach. We're going to turn the heat so that the sauce reduces and turns into this delicious gloopy mixture. But be sure to keep stirring because the bechamel might burn. Now we're done, and we're going to put the mixture into a ramekin or anything you like. Be sure to fill it not too tight because you're going to add quite a lot of cheese. At this step you can add more cheese if you want, but if you don't like that much cheese, you don't have to. So today I'm just going to do the normal and traditional big spinach. Now we're just going to flatten it down. And today I have some grated mozzarella cheese, which I'm going to put into this mixture. I like adding a lot of cheese because it makes the flavor a lot more complicated and a lot more flavorful. I like using mozzarella cheese because it melts the best. So now we're going to put it in a handy dandy, okay. And so now we're going to put it in a handy dandy oven. And now I baked some just before this, so it's still nice and warm. And when you bake it and finish, it's going to look like this. So this works best with, well, I like eating it on its own, and I like to kind of cheat the system because usually it's eaten with a main dish like a steak or grits or sausages. But today I'm just going to eat it just by itself. So I hope you learned something new and you learned how to make baked spinach. And thank you so much for listening and watching my demonstration. Thank you. What?
Instagram, IG, Instagram.
I have an Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can watch me, and it's called Casey the Little Chef. All of Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you so much. So now, I would like to give some to the audience.
Anyone, Sarah?
there we go.